Fellow traders, solopreneurs, side hustlers, if you continue making these financial mistakes, then your guess is as good as mine. You may not be able to achieve your financial goals, or you might have a capping into what you can actually achieve. So without further ado, let me get you to the 5 most common financial mistakes that you keep making. The first one is obvious: failure to budget. As a solopreneur, a trader, or even side hustler in the business, most of us spend profits as they come. Of course, the big dream is to buy the flashy things and also to enjoy life with the profits. But as it comes, most of us spend it without any organized way of expenses. And this leads to a lot of financial pitfalls. So what can we do if this is something that you also struggle with? Personally, I may not give you a template. There's a lot of budgeting apps out there that can be used. But if you're just starting anew, you can, number one, just have your monthly expenses. So the first month that you're beginning to want to budget, just note down the every expense. If you buy a piece of paper, note it down. If you buy a pen, note it down. If you change oil in your car, note it down. If you buy ink for the office, note that down. Then at the end of the month, what we do is that we tabulate all the expenses for the month, so that you're able to get that figure of that month. And then at the end of the month, when you tabulate the numbers, you're able to also know how much you're spending, and also you're able to direct for the following months what you will do with that money. Secondly, and also something that most of us overlook, is taxes. So failure to tax or failure to plan for taxes is something that solopreneurs miss a lot, and this always comes to bite them, because if you fail to plan for taxes, the government will definitely come for their money. And when they come, they can either have penalties on you or have hefty bills for you to pay in terms of taxes. And most of the time, you don't have this money, so you end up being broke. So the cycle of profits and being broke continues. So our advice on how we can mitigate this, we advise that open a separate account. It can be a business account, it can be a current account. Just open a separate account. Then also find an accountant or find someone that can tell you how much, according to your government, you require to pay in taxes. So estimate. If it's 30%, like for us, we pay 30%. Take 30% of all the profits that you receive. Put in that account, so that if you're paying your taxes quarterly, or paying your taxes annually, or even biannually, or even monthly, when the tax bill comes, you have an account that you can clear out the money and pay. Whatever remains at the end of the tax period that is still in that account, now you can transfer that to your own personal account or a business account to continue growing with it. Thirdly, and also it can also help us in both personal and business finances, this is the failure to have adequate emergency fund. Emergency fund is almost a cliche. Everyone knows about emergency fund. But in this case, we're talking about inadequate emergency fund. The question you need to ask yourself is, what is the period of time that you can take with the current lifestyle you're living without depleting your savings? In other words, we're talking about what is your runway. Is it 2 months? Is it 1 month? Is it 3 months? We recommend a runway of about 3 to 6 months. Most of the time, the best will be 1 year. So if you have expenses, your monthly expenses sorted out for the next 3 months, or even 1 year, we recommend 6 months. So 6 months to 1 year, then you're sorted even in your business. If you lose that big client, if you have a losing streak a certain month as a trader, if you make losses that month, you actually have money that you can live on, and this reduces the pressure to make that money back, reduces the pressure or even the desperation of getting clients that may be low quality, or even taking trades that may be low quality. So the mitigation here is you start small. Action is always the way to go. There's this common saying that done is better than perfect. So take action, whichever you're able to save. If it's 10%, if it's 5%, save monthly until you're able to accumulate up to 6 months or 1 year of your living expenses. Then when that is done, you're now able to even take bigger steps in your business and in your trading. Before then, you always live with desperation and fear. So make sure that you have enough and adequate emergency fund. Don't put all your savings into your trading account. Don't put all your savings into your business, so that you can multiply it there, yet you don't have anything to live on, you don't have anything to eat. This will put a lot of pressure on you, and you will not be able to perform even in that business. So take it seriously and make sure that you act. Start small, grow slowly. Within a year or so, you might have saved enough that can last you at least 6 months. Fourth That's something that also is very common and is a common mistake, not just to solopreneurs and traders, but even also in personal finances. And this is failure to actually separate business money and also your personal money. And it's a pitfall that most of us fall into. Of course, most traders, when you begin trading to make the big money. Most of us don't treat it as a business. It's actually a business. And when you begin, you're just putting money into the account, trading, withdrawing the money, spending the money. So most of the time, this money finds its way into your own personal accounts. So you end up mixing these monies. The pitfall in that is that you cannot monitor your growth. You cannot know how much you've actually accumulated from your business, or from your trading, or even from your side hustle. So we recommend that in case of trading or even a side hustle, open a separate account. Also in this case, there's no rule of thumb, there's no hard rule that it must be a business account. No, you can open either a business account or even just a separate account where all your trading profits, all your business money goes to, so that you're able to actually follow that money, budget that money separately, spend it separately, and able to know whether you're also living a life separately from the business has its own life. So let the business live its life, let the trading account have its own life. Take the money that you're allowed to spend, but let the business money be in the business account. Or the other option, again, you can do an LLC. You can incorporate your business and have a different business account. This, in due time, you can realize the fruits. From the onset, you may not see the beauty of having a separate account. But once you take action and actually do, you realize that as the years go by, there's some money that's accumulating, and you're able to do even other businesses around your main business and trading using that money from that business account. Last but not least, and this will come as a surprise, almost all of us, we know that someday we'll die. And this is almost certain to every other individual. There's no way going to get out of this life alive. So we shall die, we shall grow old. The strength that you have currently, the good book says that even the young men, they grow weary and old. So even the strength you currently have, as you grow older, this strength may go down. And that comes to retirement. We don't plan for retirement. And my encouragement to traders, solopreneurs, and side hustlers is that we need to plan for retirement. Though you may be making a lot of money as a young person, you think that you will remain liquid all these years, we actually encourage that. Take a portion of your money, put it aside. If you're in countries where the government finds a way of forcing you as a 9 to 5 to take some pension schemes and plan for retirement, the better. But I know most solopreneurs and business owners, some fail to take up because the government does not have a way of forcing everyone to have some pension scheme. So what is the mitigation? How can we change this? Throughout, you can realize all these 5 mistakes. The mitigation is taking action. Be massive in taking action. The action must not be massive action, but the point is that you take action, however small it is, but consistent action. Go open a private pension fund. If you are you're able to open a government pension fund, whichever scheme you're able to open, take that scheme, start slowly. As you're going along with the process of starting to save for your pension, you will definitely get to know better places to put this money that can grow at a conservative rate and also can help you when the big days come. So that's all I had for you today, traders and solopreneurs. I hope you got some value from this video. If I'm new to you, my name is Dr. Josh, a medical practitioner and also a trader, and I'm interested in mostly finance and entrepreneurship. If this makes you happy and this makes you get some value from such content, take some minute and like this video, subscribe if not yet subscribed, and let us grow together.